What's up, guys? Diesel Doug here. I'm back. I know it's been a while. Been crazy busy working on both the trucks, and with it being warmer out now, getting stuff done on the yard and having the baby and stuff. So it's definitely hard to balance everything, but chugging along, moving on both these projects. So go through and give you guys an update video on it. So as you can see down this side now, I have all the body on and everything lines up nice. The door shuts nice. Body lines are great. I mentioned in my previous videos that this truck was hitting the front corner, so this got pushed in and that door opening was too small. They did a pretty good job pulling this out. I have another cowl. I was gonna go through and take this one out and replace it, but the company that pulled this for me, they quoted painting it, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have them do it. And he said if they're painting it, he said to not even worry about trying to cut that out. He'll be able to go through and fix that. So that's gonna get pushed towards the bottom of the list for now until I get a for sure answer from him on painting this thing. So, but yeah, they did an amazing job getting this door all lined up. Gap's perfect all the way around it. Body lines are perfect. Opens and shuts real nice. Yeah, they ended up costing me a little more than they originally quoted me, but when I went and picked it up and saw that, I had no complaints at all. They did an amazing job. So if anyone's looking for some collision work in Southeast Michigan, definitely check out Mylan Collision. Great people. They did an amazing job. They definitely take the time and they actually care. So both those things are hard to find in the shop anymore. Also in my previous videos, the bed was just sitting on the frame on some 2x4s. So before I took it to the collision shop, I made custom bed mounts for this thing. That was a project because there's 8 of them for this thing, and every single one of them was different, like even side to side, just because of it being the Weird Camper special bed. All of them were different, so that took some time, but they turned out really good. I only have 4 of them on there right now because I ran out of welding wire when I was putting them on, so I at least got those 4 done so I could trailer it up to the collision shop, but they turned out really good. Here's a better look at the bed mounts when they're off. I went with the same design style as I did on the cab mount, so yeah, that just sits on the frame, bed bolt goes through there, and that gets welded on. Also, I'm sure you noticed I have the forces on now, so shout out to Justin Smith on YouTube and Instagram for hooking me up with those wheel adapters, because these forces are 8x6.5 and I have Super Duty axles, so I needed adapters, and he threw up some 2-inch Shifted Industries adapters on his Instagram, and I hit him up and he shipped them to me right away. So definitely go check out his channel. He has a crazy 6.0 Super Duty. That thing is freaking beautiful. Definitely go check him out. So these are 24x14 American Force blades. They definitely need a good polish, but picked them up on Marketplace Local, got a crazy good deal on them. Came with the Aturos. These are like 38x14.5, it's a metric size, but they're in really good shape. They're almost new, but I'm probably gonna end up ditching those and going up to a 40x15.5, and definitely can go with an MT. Not too big of a fan of those Turo blades, but I might run them for a little while, we'll see. Yeah, this thing sits very wide on the 24x14s with the 2-inch adapters. It's from edge of the tire to edge of the tire on the other side, it's pretty much right at 8 foot wide. So give you a little stance view. See, she's sticking out quite a ways. It's a good look for it, honestly. Like, if I wasn't planning on lifting this thing doing air ride anymore, like, I would be totally happy with this setup. This is a 6-inch lift and 38, so, and I can turn lock to lock with no rub. So another thing I'm working on here is I'm making custom wheel liners. I'm actually gonna have it double walled. So there's gonna be this outer wheel liner. It's gonna be all steel, powder coated. And then all the wiring is gonna run in between that one and a second wheel liner that's gonna go in the engine bay to try to keep everything nice and clean. So basically, where this is flat here, where this is flat here, it's gonna come out and extend and then drop straight down to the frame. So all the wiring and stuff will be tucked in between those two layers. Put sound deadening on the inside of both of them to try to keep some of the road noise away. And this coil bucket isn't gonna be here, so that's why I have it so close to that. When I do the air ride, the mounts are gonna be shorter, so these wheel liners will turn out pretty sweet, be one of a kind. There was no way I could use a 79 wheel liner or a Super Duty wheel liner with the combination I'm running, so custom ones it is. Got my cardboard templates kind of set up. Gonna start trying to make those probably this week. So yeah, I'm starting to wrap up on the 79 as far as all the fabrication work I have to do before I take the body back off. The only other things I can think of I have to do is I'm gonna make brackets to, connect these two core supports. I think I'm gonna have it so it bolts on, so, if I ever, for some reason, needed to lift the cab, I mean, this is a 6.0, I could just unbolt this core support, leave the fenders and everything on it, and lift the whole front clip and cab up at once, and then the radiators and stuff would stay there. So that's kind of the way I'm going on that. I need to go through and switch the wiring for all the lights to match the 79 bulbs. And I'm installing cab lights, doing Super Duty cab lights on it. And I need to go through the wiring harnesses for the doors, take out what I'm not going to use. I am going to do power windows in the front. Not sure about the back yet. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on this truck. Then once I get that stuff wrapped up, bed can come off, go to the body shop, front clip can go to the body shop, all the doors can go to the body shop. I gotta pull the cab off. The firewall isn't welded in yet, so when the cab comes off, weld the firewall back in and figure out whatever I have to do for what seats I end up doing in the back. Still not 100% sure what seats I'm using for the rear, but yeah, it's a work in progress. She's getting there. Hopefully, I really want to try to get this thing, into the body shop and getting painted by the fall. Everywhere I've talked to is crazy busy with work and they have no helpers. So it's been a struggle trying to find someone that can get this truck in, this year or even beginning of next year. Most people are telling me 2 years out before they can even get started on it. So we'll see how that goes. Now updates for the OBS. I remember the last video, I had the rear axle in. I don't think I had the front axle under it yet. So yeah, I have the front axle under it now. I mean, it's not bolted in, but it's under there. I went through and designed custom coil buckets and 4-link radius arm mounts. I was debating on buying coil buckets, but I'm like, I have a plasma table, why would I not make them? And the other thing is, every company that makes these, they don't make it so the shock and the coil mount at different heights, which is how the Super Duty ones are. So, if you bring this down, you end up with lift that you didn't plan on getting, or if you raise that up, then you need longer shocks. So I ended up making it just like a Super Duty coil bucket, dimensional wise, and spaced it out wider from the OBS frame so the coils will sit straight up and down, and you'll be able to use factory coils and shocks. And if you wanted a factory ride height, this is the only coil bucket that'll do it for you. And then this is the 4-link bracket. It's gonna have an overlay on it. I made this kit before for my buddy's OBS, so I can attach pictures of what it looks like when it's all powder coated and done. But this just bolts on just like the factory radius arm does, but it's set up for 4-link bars on both sides. The only reason this ain't installed yet is because basically every company that makes, like a ballistic joint or Johnny joint, no one has any in stock for a 3/4 inch bolt hole, which is what my brackets are set up for. So that's what I'm waiting on this thing, waiting for those to come in. And then after that, this thing will be, back on the ground, running and driving again. If I get the 79 apart and get that paint, while I'm waiting on the body to get painted, I might tinker around with taking the 351 out of this and start trying to fit that 6.7 in here. So I would really like to get this truck running and driving before winter, but we'll see. My main focus is the 79, so this one's just kind of, you know, as I run out of things to do or waiting on parts for the 79, I jump on this one and start messing with this one. So I know you guys like seeing my cardboard templates for all my brackets I make, so that was my cardboard template for the coil bucket. It turned out pretty good, you know, just measured off the cardboard template, drew everything up in my CAD program. Then I actually drew this up on the plasma table with a Sharpie, cut it out, double checked everything, and then ran it with the steel, cut it out, welded it, bent it up and stuff, and it turned out pretty good. I can definitely, you know, make more kits of this because I have all the files for it, so if people are interested in buying them, I can definitely make more. I know there's other options out there, but like I said, this is the only coil bucket that's technically dimensionally correct for a Super Duty coil bucket, and it corrects the spacing for the coil springs so they sit straight up and down instead of angling in towards the frame, since the OBS frame is skinnier. But if anyone's ever interested in these, let me know. I can always make more. You know, I hate to say they're not cheap because steel's through the roof, but yeah, I can definitely make more and, you know, keep the price competitive with other companies that are out there. Probably I can probably be a little cheaper, but doing them out of my garage is, you know, I'm not paying anyone to do it. So hit me up if you want some. So it was also pretty funny. I had tons and tons and tons of people tagging me in Duramax Jack's videos when he first got the white OBS and was saying he's doing an engine swap no one's done before. And everyone's like, oh, he's doing the same swap as he was doing the same swap. He's doing a 6.7, but he's doing a Duramax swap. So I thought he was gonna do a 6.7 too, but he's doing a Duramax swap. I think that's gonna be pretty cool. I know I'm a diehard Ford guy, but I would much rather see a Duramax in there than a Cummins. I'm not a Cummins fan. I think they're way overrated, and you know, they don't have the power of a 6.7 Powerstroke or a Duramax. So it's gonna be really cool to see that truck done. And when I get this thing done, you know, I want to get those trucks together. That'd be really cool to see. 2 4-door long bed OBSs, white, that were both 351 Windsor 2-wheel drive trucks, and to see them making the power and sitting on the new Super Duty suspension and everything. That'd be really cool to get those 2 trucks together. So tag them in this video. So anyways, that's the update on the 7960 and the 6.7 OBS Powerstroke. So I'll try to get more videos going. I'm gonna do a Q&A on all the questions that people had on the 79. So stay tuned. Also, I went down to UCC between the last 2 videos, and I definitely gotta say, if you've never been to that show, make sure you put that on your schedule for next year, because it's the best show, my favorite show of the whole year. I've gone every year since it started, and it just gets better and better every year. The event's insane, you know, all diesel trucks, got show and shine, drag racing, dynos, burnout. Well, they didn't do a burnout competition this year, but after party, plenty of burnouts at the after parties. Those are always insane. Get rowdier every year, and yeah, definitely make sure you try to go to that next year if you haven't gone. I'll have this there next year, possibly that. I just went down there in the black truck this year, but I mean, no one cares because daily driver, whatever. But I'm gonna make a separate video of that. I was gonna throw clips in here, but there's just way too many, and that video was too long anyway. So I'll throw a separate video up with just clips from UCC. It's a blast. Make sure you check it out next year. But anyways, that's what I got right now. That's the updates on both trucks. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, comment down below, or you know, message me on Instagram or anything, and I'll try to answer any questions you have on either one of these trucks. So thanks for watching.